Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about how absolute pet think they're going to encourage people to show up to the Rippaverse warehouse, and you even have certain Juju the cows also encouraging and showing that it's perfectly fine for you to show up to a private business, because people actually think that because there's a parking lot and because it's in front of a warehouse that it's available for public use. It's there for business use. It literally says Rippaverse parking right on the parking spots that this clown we're going to show has parked his car at. And you have people like said pet who water sports on autistic women who were groomed by said Juju the cow when they were 17 away from their parents, encouraging it and even offering payment. So before we get into all that though, we do have the ISOM 3 pre-order collection that's going on for 38 more days, 14 hours, and it has reached its first milestone of 500,000, even surpassing said 500,000 goal, coming in at 8,289 total books sold, outselling Rainbow the Brute, outselling Cyberfrog 3 as far as we know, based on the public numbers, not including numbers with add-ons or secret tiers. So 501,772 in total sales. You can see that it's very much inching its way towards breaking this number right here for Rainbow the Brute. Now when we're talking about Cyberfrog 3, this number is absolutely inflated due to all the MAGA variants for Blood Honey that were included and the extra bloat that was put in here for things like Cyberfrog Dark Harvest, the Blood Honey Wreck Planet collection, as well as Salamandroid 2 Poison Pact. So we're going to continue moving on though for the Great War Separation number 2 with 27 days to go, coming in at 61,899 total sales, 2,421 in total books sold. Now again, retards out there are going to be commenting saying everything is flopping and everything is failing when the books continue to sell on a daily basis. That's why you have the warehouse there continuously having people pack, bag, and board product. We also have Zalen, What Kills Must Die, yet another Chuck Dixon book coming out with 143,033 in total sales at 5,102 total books sold. So for all the books that have sold 10,000 plus books, they've seemed to have outsold Rainbow the Brute that has been available for about 4+ years now. It is absolutely sad how that is even a thing. How you have a product out for that long that you're probably never going to finish or get to people's hands, or people's homes I should say, being outdone even by a character like Gooding. Character not many people were very interested in, and yet it sold more books than Rainbow the Brute. But moving on to what I was saying before, when I said that clowns like this are encouraging people to go to the Rippaverse warehouse. You're even standing on parking spots that say Rippaverse parking only, literally right there on the goddamn floor. You can see it right there and over here. He says, are you near Flores Park? I'll pay the next 3 detractors who go and take a selfie or a video at the warehouse. 300, 200, and 100 for a first, second, and third place prize. Offer is good until the end of April and email you here. And as I said, just remember, these clowns still think it's okay to show up to someone's business uninvited, encouraging it even. One day, one of these clowns are going to F around and find out. Because you got clowns, you can even see it in this picture, it says Rippaverse parking right on the floor here. You too could be immortalized in detractor history books by taking a simple photo in front of a warehouse and spend the prize on good comics. You wouldn't know anything about good comics if it smacked you in the face. You've already been immortalized in detractor history books, considering how much of a made clown you were made to look by Brandon Saitama Taylor. This person says, if we all Naruto run, they can't air us all out. I should organize a raid of Area 51, but for the warehouse's public lot. Like I said, literally, the floor has spots that say Rippaverse parking only. You even have this clown down here. You even have old Juju the cow saying, oh no, it's happening again! Yes, you're sending clowns to do your bidding for you because you're too much of a to do it yourself, as I've said plenty of times. You're sending yet again more pet. It seems like your pet has learned from yet another pet named Juju the cow. What is with these guys wearing things resembling animals? You got a guy wearing a bunny hat now. You have Juju the cow wears a cow suit, gets pegged. I mean,
yo, what's up, bunnies? I'm here at a Rippaverse public.
You can even see it in the video when he points the camera up.
Yo, what's up, bunnies? I'm here at
Right there it says Rippaverse parking only.
Rippaverse Publishing. I'm here with my buddy Ito.
You're there at a warehouse where people are probably working.
We're trying to see if we can get his comic that he's been working on for the past 5 years, Super Oiker, published.
I mean, you should probably say that to EVS or the throat goat who's been working on Rainbow the Brute for almost 5 years.
But, through Ripasend. But it turns out, as we're walking up to the Rippaverse warehouse publishing doors, we're greeted by the fact that Ito tells me that he needs another 2 years to choose the perfect font for his page numbers in his stupid comic book just to get it published through Ripasend. And, that's just retarded, but, Ito gonna Ito.
Remember, though, people like Juju the cow will sit there and tell you that Avery Parker, someone who makes jokes on a consistent basis when it comes to Rippaverse merch all the time, you spend your time pocket watching anything a Rippaverse fan does. You hover over anybody who likes the Rippaverse. You sound like a weirdo. You look like a weirdo, bro. Ever went to Walmart? Straight to jail. Walmart is a public business where items are sold. I swear you guys were dropped in your head as children. They'll never find out if Eric keeps dodging subpoenas. You can't dodge a subpoena you were never served. You losers self-owned yourselves with that document. The same document that they put out where it says Eric was never served a subpoena. How do you dodge a subpoena you're never served? That makes zero sense. That makes no logical sense. But of course, clowns like this have absolutely no common sense because it seems to not be so common with... You guys try to make them find out Eric called the cops because this clown made fun of him. Wrong. You really think that someone like Eric, who's been on the internet since 2006, really cares about what some fat, overweight, out of shape, smelly guy says about him online? I don't even care what you clowns say about me online. I literally am still here making videos, making fun of you, and monetizing it on a weekly basis. Almost daily basis. And stuck $41 because he's a brokey, and then somehow he has $300 to pay somebody now all of a sudden, to his windows with bunny stickers. Court said Riley doesn't have to find out anything. That means it's a 24/7 365 detractor party at the Rippaverse warehouse. Just so you know, this is all recorded, screenshotted, deleted if you want, do whatever you have to. Just know that you will never live it down ever. It was already explained why. It's not a store, it's not a public business where items are being sold. Eric's employees shouldn't feel unsafe because a bunch of weirdos show up being weird in front of it. Same goes for any actual public business. And then you have Delmar decides, who's an absolute comics gate. You don't need an invitation to go to the public parking lot. It's parking lot, not parkling lot. It's so funny how you tried to insult me within the same tweet, calling people dumb or calling me dumb specifically, but yet you failed to spell the word parking correctly. Stop trying to insult people and then look like an absolute clown when you f*** it up of a business. No one buys this moron. Didn't think it was possible, but you're dumber than Eric. If Eric making millions of dollars every single year doing what he loves makes him dumb, then what the does that make you? Oh, that makes you a moron. That makes you dumber than anybody on the planet. Next to EVS, again, I will say this as I've said plenty of times in videos. EVS should spend more time with his sick wife and child rather than sitting there clowning or trying to clown Eric July for 4+ hours, 6+ hours, 8+ hours, how many hours he's spent doing that. He would rather spend his time trying to make fun of the guy he could have easily been collaborating with instead of spending time with his wife who has an uncurable disease. Yes, that you have clowns out there claiming that I'm disgusting because I simply say you should spend more time with family and life is short, and once they're gone, they're gone. They're not coming back. They're one of those morons out there. There are people out there that absolutely say this. It's not for public use. The parking lot is for business use. I didn't think you were dropped in your head as a baby, but here we are. Again, these are people that are justifying the nonsense all the time. People tend to constantly justify the nonsense. It is so early in the morning that there's light coming through my window. But my God, I cannot believe I have to sit here and see this absolute nonsense going on because a bunch of don't like the comic books coming from a guy making a comic book. What is life without in it? So funny how these guys think they make fun of people when they don't. They just make themselves look like clowns daily. So thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you did like this video, hit that like button, comment below how you feel about this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all, that way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on the channel. Consider becoming a member for just $1 a month. There's a join button down below this video if you'd like to gain access to emojis during live streams and members only content as well. And if you don't want to spend the buck, that's okay too. I do appreciate you for watching the videos and jumping in on live streams, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.